did a lot of overnight sails. We shot a bit of a small short documentary about this adventure doing sailing during COVID times. Yeah, it was pretty fun, pretty crazy, shooting in the middle of the night. There's no boats around or really massive ships going through. So you had to, be up and, stay up to trying to steer the boat. Yeah, that was pretty fun.
I think it's better to share information because then other people who are in similar circumstances, they can potentially not feel as bad. And I think there are a lot of people in the world at the moment who are in tricky situations, and it's still going to flow on. I don't think we've seen the full fallout yet from COVID, and I don't even know how. I don't actually know the full details of exactly what's happening in every other country around the world to know, for example, whether they even have any stimulus support. We're really fortunate here in Australia that the government increased access for most people in most industries to be able to get some sort of money to survive, but that's not necessarily the case for everybody. Yeah, so I was just thinking about all these things, and I was thinking about the fallout of it all, and then spikes in suicide or domestic violence or just homelessness or whatever, and it's still on my heart. And I just was thinking, well, what could a bit like you, I was thinking, well, what could I do? And I was just thinking, like, what are the tools that I possibly have? What knowledge do I have? And it just kind of came together with it. It was an older idea that I had originally about creating a social enterprise-based video streaming service for the purpose of helping filmmakers to fund their films and then provide them with a fair platform that they could actually screen and show their finished product without getting ripped off. Because I've learned a lot about, predatory film distributors overseas really taking advantage of people. And so I it's really a rejigging of that. That part still really exists, and that heart for the filmmaker and the creative. So what I'm doing is creating a video streaming product that will hopefully in time rival the other guys and provide the same sort of content. So everything ranging from narrative to documentary to I think there'll be a little bit of user-generated content, but probably curated. So it won't just be a free-for-all. It might be more like, hey, we select some content from different people and we package that in together. And I also hope to get some goodwill content from different people who overall see the mission, because the goal is to raise money and awareness for people and causes around the world. So that way the people who are on the front line helping, whether it's Food Bank or Beyond Blue or smaller grassroots people, whoever they may be, we can create money through ad revenue and donations and things like that and provide that to them. So that's kind of it. That's a little bit of a Flicks for Good sort of ad. I mean, you got to throw one in there at some stage.
I love it. Great.
Yeah. And then hopefully with that, I can tackle some of those challenges of the regions and maybe make it a bit more achievable for people to be able to screen. Because the ultimate goal for me is to have the same content available in all countries and to use that vehicle of entertainment as a way of getting education material to people in third world countries. So if somebody's got a smartphone and they could get access to the service, the goal is for it to be free for them and for them to be able to then sort of have material on there that might teach them about ideas to do with starting businesses or just different things that could help them better themselves, translated in their language. That's the ultimate goal. So it's verbally comes to them. That doesn't matter if they can read or write, that they could watch the same stuff that we all watch as far as entertainment goes, and they could also tune into good quality educational material and find ways that they can go out and improve the world around them. That's kind of the big dream, really.
Amazing. Yeah, for sure. That's a great idea. I definitely support that.
Thank you. Well, okay, we're sort of coming up towards the hour, so I really appreciate you coming on board and chatting to me. Now, out of interest of the different adventures that you've had, whether it's been through work or whether it's been in your personal kind of adventures, what would be the most memorable, I suppose? What kind of springs to mind when you think of, I guess, some of the more crazy situations you found yourself in?
Well, I guess, we just recently did the crossing with sailing from, we had to take, my family's sailboat from Greece that was there to Sardinia. And so it's a long, long way, trust me. It took us 2 weeks full on sailing. And the thing is that we're stuck because coming from Greece, Italy ports were all blocked for us. We couldn't get off the boat because, COVID restrictions. So we actually had quarantine on the sailboat. And because of that, we couldn't see all the beautiful parts of the south of Italy. We just had to kind of, circumnavigate and went straight to Sardinia and did a lot of overnight sails. We shot a bit of a small short documentary about this adventure sailing during COVID times. It was pretty fun, pretty crazy, shooting middle of the night. There's no boats around or really massive ships going through. So you had to, be up and, stay up to trying to steer the boat. Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Make sure you didn't get run over. And were your parents on the boat with you?
I had my fiance because actually we got engaged during this trip, which was really nice.
Yeah. I saw that actually, and I think I even I can't remember now because I downloaded a few different pictures from your Instagram, and I can't remember. I think I included it in the picture.
I saw it. I think I saw it.
A little shot. So I thought, oh, that's really nice. Yeah, that's lovely. Well, congratulations. Thank
you very much.
Exciting. Yeah. My wife and I love the term fiance. I think it's one of the better ones. I don't know, something I really enjoyed sort of saying, oh yeah, my fiance and my fiance. I don't know. I like that.
It's a bit of an old thing. I don't know. I mean, always so alternative, so strange and so different. But now I'm kind of like, wow, like now being a little bit more traditional, it's different for me. So it's like, I want to do like, something a bit, that's why I said if we get married, you have to propose and do the ring, which actually we've just been waiting that is being resized. And film it and try to find a way that I don't realize it and film it because I'm a filmmaker. And so.
Wow, you really put the pressure on there made it really made it challenging. Oh my goodness, yes. Well, it's funny. Yeah, my wife kind of had me on my toes because she had always talked about having this cushion cut diamond, and then I think like a week or so before I was going to propose, and I had this kind of elaborate thing with a bit of a holiday involved, a secret, surprise getaway and stuff. And she was like, oh, I think I really like black pearls. Like she was just randomly talking about it. And so that's what she ended up getting. But like, so the poor jeweler, I didn't really know. And like, I said to the guy, oh, like if you got some, he's going to got some. And then, and asked him how long it would normally take. And I think it was something like 2 or 3 weeks or something, because it's got the black pearl with some diamonds around it. And then I think he must have seen the look on my face because he was sort of like, oh, okay, well, when's this happening? I'm like, well, I've booked this holiday, like, next weekend. He's like, okay, well, I'll have to have it ready. So thanks to him. Yeah. He's, he really got it together and brought it together. Yeah. So it's a bit different. Yeah. It's just kind of fun as well. Yeah. Hey, look, I'll let you go and get crack on with your day. Please stay in touch. I really am going to see if I can get my hands on maybe through Vimeo now. And for everybody, this is the spelling again, Balentes, which I love that, the brave ones. And I think there's even more depth to that. I saw maybe in one of the reviews or somebody was saying that it's people who kind of like a warrior type sort of person who protects the country. which is ultimately, what you've set out to do, which is beautiful. So thanks so much for talking. Please stay in touch.
Thank you. Absolutely.
I look forward to seeing your travels, and we'll hopefully talk again sometime down the line.
Goodbye, Australia.
Bye. Excellent stuff. Great to hear of people who are, I guess, taking their creative skills and finding ways to use them to make an impact in the world, and to be a voice sometimes for people who don't have a voice, which I think is really important. All right, everybody, make sure you do all the right things. Subscribe, like. It really does make a big impact, particularly at this early journey part of the story. And there are more episodes coming. There are prior episodes that I filmed on Instagram in the early phases, not as good a quality, but in terms of the picture, but great guests that I'm going to upload at some stage shortly too. Or if you're really, really eager, you can just go straight to Brad for Good and check that out there. And also, of course, Flicks for Good. If you head over, there's just a holding page at the moment. Simply pop your email, say, hey, I'm keen to stay up to date with what's happening with that story. And we're gearing up to do a really big global awareness campaign to try and get people, I guess, to say, hey, we like the idea of it. And then we'll do sort of crowdfunding from there. So, and it's not going to be a big ask, so don't be put off if you don't have a lot of cash. I want everybody to be able to be involved. And then next time, we're going to have, hopefully, all this stuff going. And let's hope that it's actually going to be worth all of the traveling around. Woo! That's a little bit exciting for me. It may not mean very much for you, but gear, hey? Filmmakers and audio people, we love gear. So that's a bit exciting. And if anybody wants to find out more about my setup or what I'm doing, I'm thinking about maybe putting a little bit of info out about that too. Chuck it in the chat. Always keen to hear from people and to talk to people. And if you have also guest ideas, particularly people from my entry screen, all those classic movies, it doesn't matter if someone's working craft services or they were the director, I'm keen to talk to them, because there are, I'm sure, lots of interesting tales that haven't been told before that I'd love to find. All right. Hooroo.